before I start this video, guys, this is OBB, the Diecast news guy, and yeah, it has been a crazy month, or should I say a crazy year, but I want to make this little statement before I start this new episode of the Diecast news, because I haven't uploaded one in about a month or so. But with all the recent stuff that's been going on lately and all the controversies that's been happening with not only in this country but also our sport in NASCAR, I can't believe I'm making this statement, but I I can't be silent anymore. This, unfortunately, we have a problem in this country, and I'm not gonna get too political about this, and I ain't no political channel in any way, shape, or form, but I can't believe I'm saying this, man. But this channel, man, myself and many of my other friends, especially myself, I will not condone to any kind of ignorance whatsoever, and that's including racism and homophobic and transphobic, like anything that like excludes somebody from being comfortable from watching a sport. And sadly, that's something that we've we've seen now with NASCAR now. I'm just disgusted by the actions that have happened lately, especially with the whole thing with Bubba Wallace. And I just tell you what, guys, we are all going to come together and support this. I'm 100% standing with Bubba with this whole situation. And heck, I'm glad it is time for change, because NASCAR, man, it needs it, because we can't condone to this bigotry anymore. Not anymore, man. It is freaking 2020, and we still have to deal with this bull crap known as racism. It's just sad. It's sad to be a human being, especially here in the United States. But anyways, guys, enough of me about that. Let's get things started with the new episode of the Diecast News, because we got ourselves a lot of stuff to be talking about on this new episode. Alrighty, guys, welcome to the brand new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, episode 230. We got ourselves a lot of interesting topics to be talking about, including some of the newly released 164s and 124s, including some brand new 2020 releases from our good friends at Plan B Sales. A lot of nice ones, and actually 3 of these cars I'm going to be showcasing in a second are going to be my next set of reviews. So hope you guys are going to tune in for that, because, you know, get your mind off everything that's been going on in the world lately. So, but we also we got to talk about a new promo that's been coming out, and I might actually have a hint if you look in this background right here of what the promo might is, but it's actually from Snap-on. Let's just say there might be an IndyCar diecast and a NASCAR diecast that we might get for that sponsor, which, you know, something we have not seen for quite a while, especially on the pre-order list. And speaking of that, guys, we do have ourselves a lot of pre-orders to be talking about, but due to time constraints, I am actually just going to put that in a slideshow when we get to that segment, so sorry about that, but don't worry, that won't be the last time we'll be talking about those pre-orders, because they will probably be on the newly released diecast or on the cancellation list in future episodes. And speaking of cancellations, we got ourselves 11 new cancellations. So the return of those mega cancellations are always great. But let's go and get things started with this new episode, as now we're going to get off to the cheaply made slideshow, and then let's get on to the show. So here you guys go, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we are back with the Diecast news, and we're going to get things started with your newly released diecast from our good friends at Plan B Sales. And speaking of Plan B Sales, the first truck that we're going to be talking about, and yes, it is a truck, but this one's actually really cool because this truck actually has the window banners on it. It's a 2019 release. It is Ty Majeski's number 44 Plan B Sales Chevrolet Silverado for Nice Motorsports. Now, I'm saying 2019 because if you guys know, Natalie Decker is the one who drives the 44 car now, as Ty Majeski went to the 45. So, but this is pretty cool. I believe this was the truck that he raced at the Phoenix race, or what was known as ISM, but I'm still gonna call it Phoenix because, you know, I'm I'm that kind of a NASCAR fan. I'm not a casual, but yeah, very simple looking truck, but I'm glad we got ourselves yet another Plan B Sales truck. I mean, we had one with Brett Moffitt from 2019, so this is a great addition to go along with that. Plus, we also are going to get his Veteran Salutes car as well. That's going to be coming out shortly, which was also raced at that exact race as well. So awesome looking, and might I say, I still don't know why Lionel removed the window banners for the Xfinity cars and the trucks, but glad they are back. I guess it's kind of worth paying almost $9 for a car now because it feels complete. Nothing's missing. So that's one good thing I got to say about, 2020 for the diecast. Speaking of 2020, guys, we got to talk about some new 164 releases for that year. And the first one up is actually fan favorites, Chase Elliott and his number 9 Mount Dew Zero Sugar Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE for Henry Motorsports. I believe this is the car that he drove at the Busch Clash, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, he got involved in a wreck during the end of that race. Of course, that is going to be an exciting race win from Eric Jones, which that should be coming out in the next few months. We already saw the diecast render of that, and it looks pretty dang cool. But I'm wonder how, because sometimes the renders can get a little, get that basically what you get from the renders it could be a little different from what you get from the diecast, because diecast is just so much better than looking at a two-dimensional render. But anyways, well, you know what I mean, two-dimensional, three-dimensional, yeah. Clearly I don't know my shapes today, but yeah, this Chase Elliott Mount Dew Zero Sugar car, as you guys can tell, this is the first Chevrolet Camaro car for this year. Not only with the new mold, but also it's the first one with the window banners, which is really cool. Really am liking that. I mean, that is pretty dang awesome. We do got a couple more Chevrolet diecasts to go along with this. We'll be talking about very shortly, as I am trying to hold a yawn, but clearly that's not working, so I do apologize for that. No, I was not having a stroke. But yeah, awesome looking diecast, guys. I didn't think this diecast was going to look too good in person, but yeah, I probably am planning to pick this car up. Maybe if I make another trip to OSED Race Collectibles, maybe I'll get it, because I actually didn't order this because it's already sold out at Plan B Sales. So good luck trying to find it anywhere else besides Plan B Sales, because it seems like when a diecast gets released, 2 days later, it's already sold out. But can't say I'm not surprised because this is Chase Elliott car, but that is really cool. Really am liking that, guys. Really am loving that black and green. My God, the black schemes so far for Chase Elliott have been awesome. Can't wait for his Night Owl car to come out, but that's an awesome pickup to get. Next up is your guy who just recently won the Talladega race, guys, for, his second Talladega win. But we got to talk about Ryan Blaney's Advanced Auto Parts Ford Mustang. They just recently drove a few races ago. And yeah, brand new sponsor that was announced early this year, Advanced Auto Parts, which is really cool because, Ryan Blaney did lost a lot of sponsors this year. Well, I wouldn't say lost. Most of his sponsors transitioned to Keselowski because of the whole Miller Lite sponsorship being completely vanishing away, besides the Coke 600 car, which ironically he won in. Yeah, Advanced Auto Parts, man, that's pretty cool. I'm probably going to add that to the Ryan Blaney collection and the mechanic set, because you guys know I am a mechanic, and that is a, an auto parts sponsor, so that's pretty cool. But it's basically the scallop scheme, which, people are going to hate or love, but I will say I do like this. The only thing I'm not liking are those rims. I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Whoa, it's a black tire colored with, rims." Well, I've seen the rims look brighter than that, so don't give me that bullshit. Lionel's just been inconsistent with that. But we'll begin to talk about those rims shortly, guys, because there's another Penske car I gotta be talking about. But the other guy I gotta talk about is finally a diecast I'm looking forward to review this year that has the window banners on it. It's one of our first Toyota diecasts released with those banners on. It's MTJ, guys, stage winner. My guy, Mark Truex Jr., is Bass Pro Shops Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. Awesome looking car, guys. I mean, the orange looks like it is day glow, and I'm loving that. I don't know if it's just the lighting or what, but that is gonna go great with the with the day glow. I mean, my God, it could just be the lighting, but I don't know, man. Really, I'm loving that bright day glow orange. That is beautiful, man. I didn't really like the scheme at first, and the black number definitely was odd. I was like, I don't know if I can get attached to that. luckily I have, and I must say, man, that is a cool looking diecast. Definitely is worth the wait, and just looking forward to have a complete Mark Truex Jr. car, guys. Because, I mean, heck, last few years it's been tough being a Truex fan, having incomplete diecast. Looking at you, 2018 164s for MTJ. But awesome. Even though the only thing that sucks about these Toyota diecasts is that, of course, it does not have the correct mold. That's the only thing that's going to suck, but hopefully for 2021, it will be complete. And now back to the other Penske car we talk about. Well, it's a Penske associated car. We got Dean Burrito, guys. My third favorite driver in NASCAR, Matt Benedetto, in his number 21 Menards Maytag Ford Mustang. That's the sponsor I've been looking forward to wonder, because I was like, yeah, this car is coming out, but I don't know what the sponsor was. But Maytag, this car was offered with Paul Menards from last year, but it never got made. But luckily, Matt Benedetto has a much bigger and vibrant fan base. And speaking of vibrant, man, this car looks awesome. But back to the situation with the rims, guys. I wish they just put a little more coat of paint on those rims, because that would look great. Lionel, man, they are a hit and miss with the rims. I mean, they did it perfectly with some of the Jacqueline scars from Ryan Blaney for this year. I don't know, this one, man, I mean, hopefully I'll get lucky and the rims look nice, but they look a lot more darker to my liking. I don't know, I mean, maybe you can probably get some white out and highlight it or whatever, but I don't know, it just seems like too much work. I mean, I've already done too much work. I've already done too much work for Lionel. I mean, heck, I expect to race with them shortly. Just kidding. But regardless, though, I do like this diecast a lot. Of course, it has the window banners and the Cup Series logo. And you know me, I love those Menards cars. I mean, heck, you got to get hard for Menard, even though, even though the sponsor's there, we don't have Mr. Paul Menard anymore. But gotta love those Menards cars, man. Just beautiful. Dayglow yellow. And the final 164 to be talking about, guys, we got Alex Bowman's Exalta Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE. The same scheme that he has driven for the last 2 years, but I mean, it's practically iconic now because he did his first ever race at Chicagoland in this scheme. But I would recommend picking this up because, the Cup Series logo and the new ZL1 1LE mold. Maybe I'll buy it or wait for NASCAR Authentics, but I don't know what the future is for that. I mean, looks like we're going to be short for NASCAR Authentics waves, or they're going to rush it with the PTC mold. Don't get me started on that, because that happens. Ooh, expect a lot of rant reviews. By the way, I think I'm due for a rant review. I don't know. Any suggestions down below on the live chat? That'd be great. This actually isn't a live recording. This is a pre-recording, but I'm going to upload it on as a premiere, but you guys should know that by now. But for any new people out there, this ain't live. But I don't know, maybe future episodes will do a live recording, because usually I do that during summertime. But anyways, off topic, because I got to make this video kind of short. But that wraps up on the 164 scale diecast, guys. And now we're going to briefly talk about some 124s. Not all of them, but some that definitely have catched my eye. Usually I do review all the 124s, but I decided, hey, we're just going to look at some of the exclusives. But this one right here is not exclusive, guys. Now, this one right here is actually sold out, but it's nothing surprising. I mean, when I show it who it is, it's Chase Elliott's number 9 Napa Auto Parts car. Now, this car isn't released in the 164 yet, but the only reason why I'm showing you guys this 124 is because if you look really closely, and I'm probably not going to zoom in on the photo because the quality is going to look like crap, just saying. But it looks like this Napa car might not have those metal flakes that we've had throughout the last few years since like 2018. The Napa cars have always been screwed up, and they have like a sparkle weird finish. Like the metallic finish was screwed up. Like it almost looks like you see ants on the car. Like even to the point where like the white, you can see like dots on the white and on the Napa logos, which is bad. I mean, that's probably some of the worst metallic finish I've ever seen on any diecast. But yeah, whatever though. But it looks like that is complete. But I don't know, man. I could jinx myself and they can screw up the 164. But I don't know, man. But that is awesome. It definitely looks a lot more better. Judging by glance, it doesn't really look like it has a metallic finish. I mean, that'd be kind of weird because it's a Henry Motorsports car. But I don't know. I mean, once we get a closer look, or if you guys can send me photos on Instagram or Twitter so I can get a better look at that, because I'm really curious if that metallic finish is fixed or not, or they just dropped it completely because somehow Lionel can't make a metallic finish anymore for Chase Elliott diecast. I don't know. I hope they got the issue solved because a lot of people were complaining about that, especially since they bumped up these 124s $3 now. They're about like $57 compared to like $54, which is crazy. You're still paying for plastic. But whatever though, that's enough of me and my little mini rant about that. But Now we got to talk about a 124 exclusive, and I'm saying that because this car was canceled in 164 scale, but you can only get it as a promo for the 164. If you guys know what I'm talking about, feel free to check out my last few videos. I did talk about this car as a promo 164. Don't know when that's coming out, but it is a promo, probably from the sponsor. Ironically, this is the car that he drove at Talladega, guys. No, it's not Ryan Blaney's, but it's Brad Keselowski's number 2 Dent Wizard Ford Mustang. Yeah, I'm this paint seems cool, but I'm conflicted because Dent Wizard, you know, Blaney got that sponsor, sponsor a win at Talladega. And what did they do? They went to Keselowski. And don't get me wrong, Keselowski's a champion, and, you know, he's a pretty good driver. Starting to become a big boy now, I will say that. But, for real though, guys, yeah, Brad Keselowski, man. I mean, the future is definitely uncertain for him. I mean, who knows what's gonna. Definitely doesn't look like he's satisfied with Penske, but might be a cool car to get. But I don't know. If you're the Blaney fan like me, you're gonna be conflicted seeing this car. But whatever, though, it is what it is. Ryan Blaney still won the Talladega race. Oh man, sorry to sound a little cocky, but man, finally, Ryan Blaney got that Talladega win. But, yeah, that is going to wrap up the 124 exclusives. And speaking of Keselowski, that is going to bring us on to our next topic, which is a brand new promo, guys. This is actually, for anybody out there who has been wondering, why the hell does this sponsor, and this sponsor I'm saying is Snap-on, why does Snap-on never get Diecast released or pre-orders released? Well, it turns out we now know, because it turns out that Snap-on, for you guys who don't know, I mean, unless you're a mechanic, Snap-on is basically like a little tooling franchise, and they go around in each auto shop, whether you work at, you know, like, I don't know, like Midas or something like that, or at a dealer like me. They just go around, and it's basically like, I don't know, like how the ice cream truck is for kids. This is basically like the grown man ice cream truck, but it's with tools. And, you know, me being a mechanic, that's pretty cool. But this really surprised me, though, because I saw this like briefly on Twitter, and then I saw it on Facebook. I was like, whoa, is that what I think it is? And yeah, since it is the 100th anniversary of Snap-on, they have decided to offer a Snap-on diecast, not only for NASCAR, but also for IndyCar, as I literally just took an F on my camera, so earthquake. But yeah, this is pretty cool, guys. But here's the photo of the Brad Keselowski 2020 Snap-on car, which I thought he was going to drive in Talladega, but I'm not quite sure when he's driving this car. Usually, I mean, I don't know, the last time I checked, he did drove the Snap-on car at Talladega, but, you know, in the Xfinity Series, he did drove the Snap-on car at Darlington before, and also, I think, at Watkins Glen, too, but that was with different Penske drivers. But, I don't know, it's been a hit or miss with the Snap-on diecast, but they never seem to offer any of these cars, even if Keselowski or Logano or Blaney wins the race with this car. They never offer it. I think it just has to go with the sponsor, but yeah, this is pretty cool, and now I'm going to show you guys the actual diecast. Really nice. I mean, we got the Cup Series banner logo. It looks like this car might have a metallic finish, which is really cool. Heck, I can't remember last time we had a metallic finish on a Keselowski diecast, probably back to his Miller Lite Blue Deuce days. I mean, my God, the 2011 scheme. Woo! Beautiful. And it's a hard car to find, too. Go like trying to get a good price for that, because, whew, my God, that car is just expensive as hell. But, the only thing I don't probably like about this is that it does not have the colored rims. I mean, I don't know if this car actually has colored rims, but it's a Penske car. Where are the colored rims? But whatever, though. It actually looks pretty well with this paint scheme. I will say that. We got the Ford Mustang mold. This is the only photo I have of this car, but heck, guys, I was planning on getting this car. But don't worry, though. I do have another Snap-on diecast to show you guys, and that is this bad boy. Now, I know this is the NASCAR diecast news, but as you can tell by my room, I am also an IndyCar collector, but we also got a Snap-on IndyCar too, so this is actually really cool. This is Simon Pagenaud's number 22 Snap-on IndyCar diecast that he drove at one of the iRacing events. I can't remember where it was. I think it was at Coda, I think, or somewhere, but he did drove this at the iRacing, at one of the iRacing events. For IndyCar, but really cool. But I'm actually gonna now show you guys the official box and the photo of the Simon Pagenaud car. But I believe the only way you can get this, as I will show you guys yet another photo, the only way you can get this and the Keselowski car is that I believe you actually have to go to a Snap-on truck, and like I said, go trying to stock those trucks, because they're usually at car dealerships. But I don't know, maybe you'll get lucky, or you have connections like I did. I unfortunately ran into my Snap-on truck. I kind of cheated and went on eBay and spent a good amount of money on it, about like $180 for IndyCar. But you're probably wondering, Brian, what the hell are you smoking? Why would you pay that much for IndyCar diecast? Those are usually like $70 or $80. Well, it turns out that the only way you can get this diecast, you can get it for free. I believe they are not selling it, depending what your franchise is. Some of them could be good fellows and sell it just by the diecast. But apparently you can get this diecast for free, the Kozlowski or the Pageant car, not both, but one of them, if you buy a 8-piece screwdriver set or anything that has to do with the 100th anniversary of Snap-on. I think the screwdriver set has been the most popular one, but you can also do an electronic torque wrench as well. As you can see, I got both these photos right here that I found from Facebook. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. And yeah, Snap-on's very pricey with their tools. I will say that. I mean, heck, they will run you dry for a lot of money. But if you do a payment plan, maybe you'll do good. But yeah, you guys spend about $160 just to get this diecast free, which, you know, is kind of sketchy. But, you know, that's something that Snap-on usually likes to do. I mean, they are good quality tools. I'm not saying, you know, this is the worst tool company ever. I mean, good quality tools. And majority of it is made in America. So you gotta love that, guys. But yeah, that is awesome. And I am feel free to comment below if you guys want me to do a diecast review of this Pageant car, because my God, just look at that bad boy. I mean, I feel like a my God, I feel like a rebel showing an IndyCar diecast on the NASCAR diecast news video. But I don't know, maybe this is the direction of the channel I'm gonna change, guys. It seems like a lot of you guys like IndyCar stuff, so I do appreciate that. Plus, you know, I'm a motorsports fan. I usually talk about NASCAR a lot, but gotta throw in the Indy cars as well. But yeah, feel free to comment below if you guys want me to review that. And yeah, and if you guys actually have any luck finding these, feel free to let me know, and I'll give you guys an update on the next diecast news video. But that's going to wrap up on the promos, guys. And speaking of Indy cars, we got to talk about another Indy car. Don't get annoyed, because this is actually going to be talking about Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s iRacing Indy car that he drove at one of the races. I didn't really keep up with the iRacing IndyCar series, but this is his number 3 nationwide car. Now, before we showed you guys the pre-order, or well, Greenlight doesn't really pre-order, guys. This is what I like about Greenlight. They actually make them in pretty good amount of quantities, but they're limited edition. All right, so once they're gone, they're gone. And this one I think is gonna be very popular, especially towards the Indy 500 month, which is in August now. That's so weird to say, but it's been a weird month, or weird year in general. But yeah, we got the actual diecast prototype pictures of the number 3 nationwide IndyCar, which is awesome for both 118 and 164. 118 is actually the 124s for these cars, so they are a lot more bigger. I mean, a lot more bigger. Like, I don't know, for example, all right, here's my 118, and then here's a Carl Edwards 124. I mean, as you can see, a lot more wider, a lot more bigger. So yeah, that's why you pay a lot for these, but mostly metal. So anyways, enough of me getting hard for IndyCar diecast. Why do I feel like that's going to be a meme now? Oh God, I can already see my Discord just creating new memes for that. But anyway, if you guys have not joined my Discord, join below. And heck, I usually do race reactions, hopefully for every week now. But anyways, getting off topic, I'm trying to keep everything all organized here. I mean, that's why I'm not doing the pre-orders for this episode. But yeah, this is an awesome looking diecast, guys. I really didn't think they were going to do this, but smart of Greenlight for doing this. Now, I don't know why they didn't do this for, you know, Lando Norris, because he has a popular fan base. Just, you know, don't release that car along with the Pageant cars, because, you know, people are going to be pissed off over that. I'm not going to say too much about that. I mean, that situation is long gone and over, and we can move on from that. But, you know, people are still getting pissed off regardless. I mean, there are a lot of pissed off people in this world right now. But this nationwide car, man, it is beautiful. Definitely is reminding me of his 88 nationwide car that he drove in 2017. That's definitely the vibe I'm getting from. But ironically, he's got to do it for his old man, Dale Earnhardt, man. Do it for Dale! But that's awesome. Looking forward to that. And man, Greenlight's been on the ball lately with these diecasts. So, but yeah, when that gets released, guys, I'll give you guys an update for that. But now time to take a little short break, and I'm gonna show you guys the slideshow for the pre-orders for anybody who just joined. To keep this episode a little bit shorter, because I know everyone's attention span is a little short these days. So I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible. Some of you guys might like the long videos, but heck, yeah, sometimes you gotta change things up sometimes for the best. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that the pre-orders, we have a lot of them. They're about like almost 40, and unfortunately, I'm one human being, and I can't talk about 40 pre-orders. I'll probably be here all day, like a motivational speaker, be like, oh, this pre-order, and then we got this pre-order. Oh, Lord. I could probably be Steve Post already when he did the Diecast review show. Oh, man, I miss those. But anyways, guys, enough of me talking and jibber-jabbing and just wasting time. Let's get on to the pre-orders, guys, and I will catch you guys in a bit. And comment below, which ones are you looking forward to pre-order, because we're going to be getting to the next topic shortly, which is the cancellations. So, see you guys in a bit. we are back for the final topic, guys, and it's going to be on cancellations. Yeah, this is the part of the episode where everyone's literally going to be going crazy. Man, some of the reactions we get, though, are pretty quite funny. But yeah, there are definitely a lot that we got to talk about. We got 11 new cancellations, and not going to waste any time. Let's get down to the list. So the first one up, we got to talk about a driver who we already talked about majority of this episode, Brad Keselowski. And no, he did not win this race, but he won this paint scheme at a certain race. But it's a shame because this is probably the final time we are getting this sponsor as a diecast. But it's only going to be made in the 124 ARC scale. Because if you guys are a big fan of the Miller Lite Patriotic car, you are out of luck for the 164 collectors and the 124 Elite collectors, because those two scales have been canceled. But the 124 ARC will be made. But talk about deja vu, man. Last year's car wasn't made because I know it's a similar scheme, but we've never seen this car released in 164 scale in the Mustang mold. And it's a damn shame because this is probably the last time we're going to have the Miller Lite car released. I mean, and don't say we can't have it in NASCAR Authentics, because we'll probably have a plain Jane White looking car with just an American flag in it, which looks cool, but I mean, heck, it's going to bring back a lot of Mark Truex Fontana vibes from 2018. So yeah, we're not going to see this car at NASCAR Authentics because of the alcohol sponsorship. So yeah, this is definitely a big F for sure. I mean, my God, I mean, at least they went out with a bang. I mean, the raced version of this car is still available for pre-order, but it was only offered in the 124 ARC and Elite. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, this definitely sucks for the 164 collectors, because you can tell I am a 164 collector. So damn, that really does that definitely hits the coffin right there for sure. Another one I'm really extremely disappointed that's only canceled the 164 ARC scale. It's the Dale car, guys. Well, not really Dale. It's Austin Dillon, guys. His Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats card. That's, yeah, well, Tracker Off-Road. I mean, I don't know. I every time I see Tracker, I gotta say boats, but this time it's off-road. But yeah, this car definitely has a lot of similarities to the good old man above us, Dale Earnhardt Sr. My God, I mean, I honestly thought this car was going to make it in both scales. I honestly do. It got made for both 124 scales, Elite and ARC, but 164 collectors, again, second time now, we get canned, guys. I mean, this is just unbelievable. I mean, that would have been a great looking diecast, guys, especially that orange. I think that orange would really stand out. I really love the Bass Pro Shops orange on any diecast. I mean, I may not be the biggest Austin Dillon fan, but this paint scheme is pretty cool. I think the only thing I probably would change is just that where like why is the line like this? Like why can't it just be straight? Maybe it's because, you know, it looks like Dale Earnhardt's and they did that, but I don't know. I'm definitely getting a lot of Earnhardt vibes to this. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a throwback of one of his cars for this year. But yeah, I mean, tell me what you guys think about that. Am I going crazy, or does it look like this car definitely has some Dale Earnhardt Sr. vibes to it? But apparently, the boomers have spoken and they didn't want this car being made. Just kidding though. But again, once these four collectors get canned again, oh my God. Oh, remember the Darlington race win, guys, from Kevin Harvick that was offered in both scales? Well, once these four collectors, we are out of luck again. His Kevin Harvick's Darlington Busch Light, hashtag your face here Ford Mustang, that got canceled too. I'm honestly surprised about this, because this was the race that brought NASCAR back. This was the race that got everybody hyped up. Which, by the way, if you guys saw, this ugly looking mother sucker on 100K cameras, then congratulations. Yeah, that was actually really cool. I mean, I definitely, I didn't think it was gonna have that much screen time, but that was really cool that Fox did that, guys. And heck, that was definitely something that got me motivated a lot more. So I appreciate that. But yeah, that was really cool. And my God, there were a lot of YouTubers that were on that 100K cam special. But seems like every time there's a rain delay, my phone's gonna blow up because of just that. But but yeah, that was an awesome time, guys. That was really cool. But it's a shame that this diecast got canceled, because this is practically an historic event. And it's unfortunately that the 164 scale of this car got canceled. But I don't know, some people don't like race win 164s, but man, that's just unfortunate, man. And these next video I'm about to show you are basically, can I just say most of these cancellations are not going to be looking good for the 164 collectors. This next one, I mean, this one kind of surprised me, because this car was actually a promo from last year, and this guy has a pretty big fan base. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes with Chip Ganassi Racing soon. We thought he was, but, you know, plans were changed. No offense to Matt Kenseth. But we got to talk about Ross Chastain's Nutrien Ag Solutions Chevrolet Camaro for the NASCAR Xfinity Series for Calling Racing, your recent Dash for Cash winner, which was freaking awesome. I mean, the Xfinity Series has got very entertaining, and I have started watching it again. I haven't really watched it I've only watched like a few races, like throughout each season, but this season, man, has been very entertaining. I've actually enjoyed the Xfinity Series a lot more than the trucks and even the Cup Series. But yeah, especially those Homestead races. Woo, those were awesome. But yeah, this diecast sucks, man. I mean, it doesn't suck, but it sucks it gets canceled in both scales because I don't know if they're going to offer this as a promo again, because that was the only way you could get this diecast from last year. It was offered as a promo from the sponsor. I'm surprised Calling actually has not had this car on their website like they did with the Blake Cook leaf filter car from a few years ago. Whatever, though. I'm about to have a sneeze right there, so I do apologize for that. Oh, man. My allergies been going off so crazy. Just don't worry, I don't got that dang coronavirus or whatever. It's just allergies. But yeah, this is just an awesome looking diecast, guys. But unfortunately, it's been canceled in both scales. And these next three, just like the Ross Chastain the Ag Solutions car. These next three are all Thor Sport trucks. And remember how the Great and Figure 25th anniversary Daytona win truck got canceled in the 1/64 scale? Well, guess who joined in them, guys? Johnny Sauter, Matt Crafton, and Ben Rhodes. All three of those trucks have been canceled in both scales for another year in a row. I mean, what was the point of bringing the truck mold if we're not going to get any freaking diecast produced? I mean, this is just sad. I mean, especially this year, guys. I mean, there should have been an exception with the pre-ordering system because there is demand for trucks, but the pre-ordering system definitely needs to change. I mean, if you guys have any suggestions below of what Lionel should do, because I can't believe we're going another year with no Thor Sport trucks. I mean, we did had recently the Champion truck, but I don't really consider that as a regular release because that dreadful championship logo on the hood. Don't even get me started on that. Oh my god, it looks half-assed. There's the reason why I don't collect championship looking diecast. Heck, I don't even have Truex's Champion car from 2017 because I just don't like the logo on the hood. A number should be on the hood. I mean, a number should be on top of the, not on the hood. Oh my god, could you imagine hood numbers? Jesus. Speaking of number changes, oh god. Bristol All-Star Race, that's going to be interesting. Okay, soft topic, but yeah, let's go through these brick by brick, or truck by truck. The Johnny Sauter 10-day heel truck. This had a really unique looking paint scheme. All three of these had, very similar looking finishes to them because it's the 25th anniversary of Thor Sport, and they only ran these trucks at Daytona. But it's a shame because I think that's silver, or it's like silver or chrome. Could be cool if it was like a reflective silver, but whatever though, we're not going to see it in diecast, so we're not even for the 124s. I would have liked to see how those would have looked, but whatever. Maybe we'll get lucky for NASCAR Authentics because those trucks are pretty easy to make when it comes to NASCAR Authentics. So, but the future is uncertain for NASCAR Authentics right now with everything going on. I mean, we're only at Wave 2 and it's June now. I mean, I understand Lionel had to close down. But everything's starting to open up again, so maybe we'll see something happen in these next few waves. But that sucks for the 10-day heel car. The Mold Armor Menards car, truck. I keep saying that. It's a truck, Brian. I only say car because it's just the first thing that pops in my mind. If it has wheels, it's a car. But yeah, the Mold Armor Menards truck, it's a nice looking truck. I mean, it's basically the Menards scheme, but we just got silver on the hood and towards the sides. Looks cool, but unfortunately it just wasn't met enough. And this was actually a really cool looking Ben Road schemes because a lot of the Ben Road schemes have been very tacky looking, so it looks like they cleaned it up, but still wasn't enough, guys. I mean, heck, I bet even if he got a win by now, it probably wouldn't be enough. So yeah, it's been a pretty bad year right now for Thor Sport Racing, guys, for diecast, so that's pretty unfortunate. I think the 124 ARC scale version for Grant and Figures Daytona race win, I think that was made, if I'm not mistaken. Another 164 was canceled, so we'll see how that finish of that truck turns out. But these next three I'm about to show you guys are all related to one driver, and that is Danny B's and Lil Wrangler's favorites, Alex Bowman, guys. We got to talk about his Chevy Goods diecast. Two of them have been canceled to go along with his NOCO Chevy Goods car. we got his Adam Polish's car. This has been canceled only the 124 Elite scale. Now, I did make a mistake on my Diecast News Instagram account because I thought it said that all the cars were canceled, but no, it's just the 124 Elite, so I do apologize. I am a human, and I do make mistakes. I mean, I'm just saying, all right? I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot. But, yeah, the 124 Elite version of this car, guys, I'm actually surprised this car got made. Actually is, because I think the Adam Polish's logo is probably the worst looking logo on this scheme. I mean, the NOCO logo looked a lot more better, but I don't know, just the red, I think it's just the red logo, I think just throws me off with this scheme, guys. But somehow it got made in the 124 ERC and the 164. Maybe he ran well in this car from what I know. But this other car I gotta talk about, which is actually a truck sponsor, we got his Truck Hero car, which has been canceled in all 3 scales, so that goes down to the the chopping block with the NOCO scheme. So it's not been good with the Chevy Goods schemes lately, but looks like at least we're gonna have one of them produced, which is his Adams Polish's car, which is so odd because I think that logo just doesn't go right with the scheme. This one doesn't look too bad, but just I don't know, man. It's just kind of odd how that happens. But whatever, though. At least we're getting a different looking Bowman car. Speaking of a Bowman car that actually got canceled, that's not so different, but it is a quite popular paint scheme. But I can see a reason why they canceled this diecast, and it's Alex Bowman's 2020 Valvoline scheme. As you guys saw the recent Talladega race, Alex Bowman ran a awesome looking, retro looking, awesome, and he definitely rocked the field with this retro looking Valvoline scheme. And heck, maybe Lionel, I guess, because this was one of the earliest pre-orders that we had, guys, early on this year. It's kind of odd that this car got canceled on all 3 scales. I thought it meant MOQ, but maybe Lionel is going to update this Valvoline car and offer it as a different pre-order to the one that he ran in Talladega, which, I wouldn't mind that, because as much as I like the Valvoline scheme, the one he ran in Talladega, woo, I'm loving that one. So let's get that car on the pre-order list and let's get it going. And the last diecast we talked about, which is unfortunate because this is one of your rookies for the Cup Series this year, it is Christopher Bell and his number 95 Ream, his Ream Procord Toyota Camry for the Levi Family Racing. This is only going to be made in the 124 ARC scale, so 124 Elite and 164 scale. Yet again, all these diecasts I've showed you have been canceled in 164 Elite, except for the Adam Polish's car. But yeah, this is a pretty depressing episode for the 164 collectors, so, we're out for some more now. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind this scheme, guys. I mean, it's practically, it's not the exact same scheme that he drove in the Xfinity days, but it has some similarities to it. As you guys know, they run Camrys in the Cup Series, not the Supras. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the Supras, but they do look a little funky looking. I will say that. But I think the only thing that just made this scheme look ugly is that the red font, or just the font in general. I don't mind the red font on top, but on the side, it kind of blends in, and I have to squint and be like if you squint, you almost see that the 95 is part of the paint scheme, which, I do want to see the number. I do want to see, because from far away, if I could tell you what number that was, I'd probably be like, I see something and a 5. That's all I see. Like half a 9 and somewhat of a 5, or that could be an S. I don't know. But yeah, I think the font probably should change, or the color at least. Even if it's like a tacky, bright color, I mean, at least we could see it. But I see what they were trying to do. Maybe they could do like a bolder outline where the 95 is, kind of like, what they did with Casey Kane's car from 2 years ago. That would look really cool. But whatever, though, it is their font, and they can do whatever they want. But I think that'd be a better preference, just to see the number a little bit better. But yeah, that's going to wrap up all your cancellations, guys. And this is going to wrap up this new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News. I apologize that this episode is a lot more shorter, but we'll be getting things back on track. As you guys know, this is the final season of the Diecast News. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be providing you guys more updates down the road as this year goes on. And just stay safe, everybody. Take care, and just, make sure to just love and support each other, guys, because, at the end of the day, we all love talking about one thing, and that is NASCAR and NASCAR Diecast. So, anyway, guys, this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and if any of you guys are feeling down, feel free to hit me up on any of my social media platforms. I'm always happy to chat with you guys, and, with everything that's been going on lately, and everything being depressing and shit, and heck, if you guys ever need someone to talk to, just talk to me. Hopefully I'll brighten your guys' day up with, with with some entertainment. But yeah, this has been OB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for your continuing support. We're getting really close to 4,000 subs. I already reached 800 followers on Twitter, so that's awesome. So love you guys very much, and I'll be back with some more Diecast news very shortly. But anyways, guys, now I'm gonna take off. This has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and just I love you guys. Take care.